Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dangerous Zygos here with DJ Universe, Calvin Blingwell, and Dandy Market. And look, as the CEO of Currency Development, I always look at the structure of the money first. And right now, the money is moving in a very specific direction. Atlantic Music Group's 10K Projects just backed a new Runway Records joint venture. And this isn't some vanity imprint play.
Nah, this is different, Zygos. 10K is looking at the scoreboard. Runway is coming in as a developmental hub with heavy data. Over 60 million streams overall, 3 top 10 records on the TikTok Top 50, and their artist, Aziados in Texas, is pulling in over 800,000 daily streams. Everglades hit #1 on the Spotify viral chart. That is pure proof of concept before the ink even dried on the JV.
Man, Everglades is a monster record, but we got to talk about what a joint venture actually means for the artist on the ground compared to a traditional major signing. In a JV, Runway and 10K are splitting the risk and the bag, but Runway keeps the keys to the culture. The major label is basically outsourcing the street level scouting because they can't buy taste, they can only fund it.
Exactly, Calvin. I had to stay lit to survive. And in this game, survival means knowing who actually holds the leverage. With a traditional major deal, you get that big upfront machine, sure, but you lose clarity. You don't know who really owns the masters. The recoupment math is fuzzy, and you are locked in for years. But a JV-backed boutique like Runway, if they have a track record, does that actually give the artist more leverage? Or is it just a shinier trap?
It only gives you leverage if you bring your own infrastructure to the table first. In hip-hop, the legends who lasted, the ones who built empires, built their name before anyone else could write a check. It is about that discipline, what I call knowledge of self before the deal. If you do not know who you are and what your brand is worth before you walk into Atlantic's building, they will define it for you, and they will price it cheap.
That's facts. The old school grind wasn't, please sign me. It was, look at this movement I built. Now, how much are you going to pay to partner with it? You got to be undeniable on your own first.
So let's get into the actual contracts, because this is where artists get hurt. If you are sitting across from a label, even a cool indie JV like Runway, you need to ask 4 killer questions. Number 1, who owns the masters and for how long? Number 2, what is the term length? Number 3, is there a reversion clause, meaning do those masters come back to me after 10 or 15 years? And number 4, what is the marketing commitment in actual written dollars, not just reasonable efforts?
And you got to know where the money's flowing from. Is the check coming from Runway from 10K, or is it passing through a distributor first? If you can't map the corporate parent company stack, you do not understand the deal. Aziados in Texas had 800,000 daily streams before the deal. That data is a shield. When you have pre-signing momentum, the label isn't saving you from obscurity. They are buying into an ongoing business.
But look, the data only gets you through the door. Virality is a spark, but sonic identity is the fireplace. A TikTok spike is cool, but if that sound doesn't translate into a loyal fan base that buys hard tickets to shows, buys merch, and streams the deep cuts of the catalog, that JV relationship is going to cold dry real fast once the algorithm moves to the next trend.
Man, that is the gospel right there. Touring, merch, direct to fan, content monetization that has to grow independently of the label's marketing budget. A record deal should be one single stream of your income, not your entire life support machine. If the label decides to shelve your album and your rent was depending on that advance, you already lost.
Which brings us to the ultimate financial literacy test, publishing versus masters. I still meet artists pulling millions of views who do not know the difference between the composition royalty and the sound recording royalty. If you don't know your split sheets, your performance rights organizations, or how your mechanicals flow, you are leaving generational wealth on the table. Knowing your business inside and out is the modern version of knowledge of self.
It's about turning that creative spark into an asset that feeds your kids' kids. Don't just sign for the moment, sign for the legacy. That's our time for today. Appreciate y'all locking in. I'm DJ Universe. with Dangerous Zygos, Calvin Blingwell, and Dandy Market. Keep building, keep reading those contracts, and we'll catch you on the next one.